the vote.
Court is in session with Ryan in Sacktown on If You Don't Like That. Now, Ryan in Sacktown.
Oh, must be Ryno. What is up, Court in Session? Look, I want to thank those of you that are here with me today. I did bypass a very important invitation and ceremony today that is happening at Madison Square Garden. You know, maybe the honeymoon starts on Coney Island tomorrow. No? You think? Actually, I have a good idea of when we'll know that they've been married. It's got to be Mike Breen, right? Mike Breen officiating the wedding at Madison Square Garden. It's got to be it, right? What's up? How are we doing today? Hey, I know people are traveling. The numbers, by the way, have been tremendous on YouTube and especially on the King's Court audio platform. So thank you for being here. Thanks for supporting the show. I am the only show running today here on the channel. We're going to talk about the Kings briefly. California Classic getting going tomorrow. And an update on one of the Kings rookies. Unfortunately, he has already suffered an injury. We'll tell you about it here in a sec. If you have not subscribed, would love to have you as part of our channel. If you don't like that, you get Grant, you get me, you get us together, you get Jerry Reynolds, and you get lots of special guests too, all for free. So check it out and subscribe if you feel so inclined. Donate to the court via Venmo to you or to those that have already donated. You know who you are. Thank you very much. You've got something special coming your way. So I'll be reaching out to you individually. Interesting. I just heard a sound in my ear that I have never heard. But all right, let's kind of kick this thing off. 4th of July weekend. Have some fun. Be responsible. It's cool that it lines up, on the weekend. I like that. We'll be at the California Classic all 3 days. Kings play 2 o'clock tomorrow, 2 o'clock on Sunday, and then also 7 o'clock, I believe, 6 or 7 o'clock on Monday. We'll run down the schedule here in a second. I'm also super fascinated with the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. It's just become part of what I do on 4th of July. I can't miss it, mostly because of Joey Chestnut, but I'm also fascinated on what happens after the fact. You know, like it's got to be brutal. I've read up on how they train. I've read up on, like the different things, but like, can you imagine having 76 hot dogs in your stomach? Let me put that into perspective. So Joey Chestnut put down 76 dogs, roughly about 216 calories per dog. That equates to 20,000 calories plus in one meal. Like bodybuilders, if you go on YouTube and look at their 20,000 calorie diets, they are laboring to get their last bites down. And he does it in 10 minutes. Silly stuff. I do want to share, since it's kind of slow, I've got a rant, one of the best rants, one of the most underrated rants that we forget about from coaches. So if there's a coach's rant that you like, throw it in the chat. I'll see if I can pull it up. But I think it's probably, outside of Mike Gundy, it might be my number one. It's right up there. So let's get to the news right off the bat. Just released by the Kings less than an hour ago. Alex Caravan suffered a sprained ankle yesterday in practice, right ankle. He will be out for the California Classic. They're going to reevaluate him in 1 week. So not a great start for him, but a pretty good start overall for the team practicing. We've got some audio of Darius Acuff, and then also audio of Neek. He looks a little bit bigger. I like that. He was already built pretty well, but him talking about what he saw in Darius Acuff at their first practice. Joey Chestnut, we have hit already. See, I got the bodybuilder behind him because they labor to get 20,000 calories down. It's insane. He does it in 10 minutes. And I have an article about competitive eating that we will go through in a little second. Am I the only sicko that thinks that's pretty fun to watch? You know what? Fun is not the word. It's just like you don't know what you're watching, yet you can't take your eyes off of it. It's a must watch. Definitely a must watch. Haunted Horse in the house. What's up, man? Kings are already tanking for a draft pick. You can't tank anymore. That's the problem. You'll be in the basement. Yeah, we have a wrestling segment today as well. And then I'm going to play my interview with WWE wrestler Grayson Waller. I don't think I've played it on here before. It's from last fall. It was when they were in town for Monday Night Raw. And interviews with wrestlers, they're kind of evergreen. So you can play them at any time. Yeah, there's going to be some stuff where it's like, oh, yeah, Raw's here Monday. It's not. But you'll get my point. I thought it was really cool talking to him and getting some insight from him. He's an Australian wrestler for the WWE. Dude, that was gross. Thanksgiving pizza. Nathan's hot dog eating contest comes second. Yeah, dude, that was gross. Haunted Horse put down a DiGiorno Thanksgiving pizza. And the worst part about it is he had a group of people looking for that pizza that may or may not have involved me as well. What's up, Flores? Where does LeBron land? I'm not sure, but LeBron knows. He already knows. This is just all an act, as Jerry Reynolds said. Probably Golden State. I think he's going to go there. Honestly, he likes golfing too much. Steph golfs. You can do it year round. You're an hour flight from Los Angeles, home base, especially if you're going to be doing a series, an episodic series on your final season. Got to be near LA, right? Cleveland, do they have that technology? I don't think so. They take a huge dump in the toilet. Thanks, Horse. Great contribution there by Horse. You know what, Horse? I'm going to take that comment. I'm going to throw it over my shoulder. Come on, man. DeAndre Ayton worth 2 second-round picks and a bag of chips. It's the money. That's the thing. When you are dumping salary, that's what happens. You have to give up second-round picks. And second-round picks, actually, whoa, who are you? Get off my computer. That is weird. What do you think you're doing? Macs don't get viruses. Don't even start, Horse, by the way, in the comments. But back to the point. Watch second round picks. I say watch them because although that's the going rate to get rid of salary in the NBA, I don't think second round picks are going to maintain their normal value. I think the value is going to keep dipping on those. With players that are now getting NIL, they can say, if you draft me, I'm going back to school, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll see. You saw a lot of that in this draft this year. So you also get me. Yeah, you get Adam on Fridays. Get Adam on Fridays for sure. So anyways, let's talk or let's hear a little bit. By the way, Daquan Plowden's contract announced by the Kings as well. Well-deserved. I started thinking about it yesterday. And Daquan Plowden is not Keon Ellis, but Daquan Plowden does a lot of the same things that Keon Ellis does, similar size to a degree. And it made me wonder, is like Daquan Plowden Scott Perry's quote-unquote Keon Ellis? Like, is that what Scott Perry's doing? Like, he saw that in Daquan. And remember, Keon was a Monty McNair guy. I wonder how that all played out, but I'm happy for Daquan. He deserves that 2-year contract. He has earned it, no doubt. But we talked about it yesterday. Playmaking needs to get better. What's up, BJ? How you doing, brother? Happy 3rd of July, our little celebration around here. Get some fireworks going. And by the way, be responsible. You know what? I don't need to tell many of you this. I need to tell Haunted Horse and Adam this. Be responsible with your fireworks. Don't do anything crazy. Look up JPP, what happened to him. You know, like, guys, keep the fireworks on the ground. I get that those little wick things do not work. Fair enough. But keep them on the ground. Don't be shooting them from your hands. I could see Adam putting one under his armpit and holding it out. Come on. Be responsible. I want you to show up here next week with all your digits and without burns. Please do us a favor. The NBA free agent market still is spinning, but as I said, California Classic kicks off mañana. You've got some games going on right now in the Bay Area, but the Sacramento portion right here for you. The Kings play at 2:00 on Saturday. So if you want to go see them before you hit the pool, start barbecuing and then do fireworks, please do. I'll be there. Come say hello. I think the biggest attendance is going to be that Monday, July 6th game, because you're coming off of the holiday. It's a night game. That's what I think. Neat Clifford yesterday asked about the guy, the man, the dude that is getting the keys to the car, the franchise, Darius Acuff. Here's what Neek had to say about Darius.
He could really pass. He could really pass. You know, great playmaker, great dude that had the ball in his hands. You know, good teammate. He's willing to learn. So I'm definitely excited to play with him. He's super competitive. I can already tell. So definitely, like I said, excited to play with him.
I might end up eating a little bit of crow here about the passing. I never said he was a bad passer, but compared to Kingston Flemings, I thought Flemings was a better passer. I talked to some people that were at practice yesterday. There's some footage, some clips floating around the interweb right now from some of the other media that was at practice. He had a really nice wraparound pass off of a pick and roll with Dylan Cardwell. I'm like, okay, all right, you have my attention now. You have my attention. Gosh, now we're going to be on LeBron watch. LeBron to Philly. LeBron to Charlotte. LeBron's not going to Philly. There's zero chance he's going to Philly. It's going to be Cleveland, Miami, or Golden State. That's where he's going, and I think it's going to be Golden State. Although I think they are the second team most likely to land LeBron James. Who cares where LeBron goes? Are y'all really that interested in where LeBron James goes? Does it really change the balance? Like, if I'm Tyrese Maxey and I'm VJ Edgecombe, I'm looking at myself right now asking, like, what is this team trying to do? Should you bring LeBron to town in Philly? It's not going to be. Adam. You know what, Adam? We are 15 minutes into the show. I will rip that wrestling segment back from you quicker than you got it. You know what, Adam? I will do the wrestling segment with Nooch, because Nooch from Parts Unknown is going to be joining us as well. Your choice, Adam. Comments like that aren't helping your case, my man. Those kind of comments belong somewhere else, like the Haunted Horse Show. Not the King's Court with Ryno, my man. Darius Acuff yesterday.
How did today go?
That was good. First practice, just getting to know everybody getting the chemistry, so it was a good day.
Anything stand out specifically for you?
No, not really. Just a lot of, I say, if anything, the competition. I feel like everybody came out here and competed.
How did it feel like first day? How sloppy was it? How, like, you kind of getting to know everybody? Did it feel like kind of the first day vibe?
Probably the transition drill. We was probably a little fatigued, but I think after that, everybody got used to it. I don't think anything was sloppy though. I think it was just mistakes. Everybody making a little mistakes, and we fixed it in the end, I think.
How's the whirlwind been for you from Monday, getting here Monday, and then all of a sudden you're ready to play games?
No, it's been good for me. I like playing basketball, so it's all been good for me.
Have you been in the gym a bunch?
Yeah.
Who have you been working out with primarily?
DJ, him.
Cool.
What is just your expectations coming into Summer League overall, but really this California Classic and kind of getting to know everybody?
I think the main goal of everybody is just to win the games. It's our home floor. We want to win every game, but like you said, just learn everybody and getting that chemistry. It's going to be the best part.
Sorry, I'm working with a guy with Caldwell, like just as a big man. How do you kind of work that 1-2 game?
Yeah, it's great. He brings a lot of energy to the team. It's kind of easy playing with him. He does all the right stuff. He's there if you need him. So he's a great guy for sure.
How about his personality?
Yeah, he's funny. Nah, he cool though. That's my guy.
Are you building chemistry with Nooch as well?
Yeah, for sure. Nick hit me after the draft, so ever since then, kind of been talking a little bit.
Neek is wearing 00 right now. Very interesting. Sure that will change. Did not charge Darius Acuff for number 5. That was nice of him. Could have took some of that rook money. Yeah, Nooch is supposed to be coming today. I know. Nooch from parts unknown. Unless he's at the Taylor Swift wedding. Nooch is a international man of mystery. He is he's a hot commodity. Let's put it that way. Take away the wrestling segment. We can talk World Cup. Yes, we can. Speaking of wrestling, some of you are not going to like this. I think a lot of you will. This is my 15-minute conversation with Grayson Waller, current WWE superstar. We talked last fall, so no Monday Night Raw is not going to be at the arena on Monday, but got some good stuff out of him. This was during my time back at Fox. Is when we talk wrestling, but you know what? Today is different. We break format because Monday Night Raw is in town tonight, and get this. New tickets just released starting at $40. So make sure that you go to Ticketmaster.com. It was sold out, so get over there. But I say we break format because we are incredibly honored and welcomed to have WWE superstar Grayson Waller here with us today. What's up, Grayson?
I'm feeling good, and what a treat for the people of Sacramento. Monday Night Raw, we're putting on a show, and I know the people of Sacramento kind of need that because the Kings are going to be terrible this year. So, come and watch a show now because it's going to be a tough one for the next few months for any of the Kings fans.
So you pay attention.
I pay attention, yeah. I can see you wearing your Kings gear today. Interesting choice, but it's pre-season. Pre-season, you can feel good, before the year starts, and then you're going to be a little bit depressed.
Yeah, no doubt about it. There's two things this city loves, Grayson. One is the Kings, and I don't know if you realize or not, two, it's wrestling. They turn out for the WWE, and I consider it to be one of the better crowds here in the States. Very
much so, and it's always fun coming out to the West Coast, and I was here Friday for SmackDown as well. We're down in San Fran, even down there in San Jose, those fans are crazy too. So it's like the whole West Coast is always a lot of fun to come and do shows at. So I'm excited for tonight. I think it's going to be a big one tonight.
No doubt. How are you feeling? I know your neck was having a little bit of issue. Are you close to getting back, Grace?
I'm a very dangerous man. I'm almost like I'm a cyborg lad. So I took the Mexican destroyer from Penta, a very dangerous move. Move should be banned, somehow still legal.
Yeah.
But I'm up walking, I'm up running around. I'm just in Australia now, back here, and that's kind of the thing I do. And that's something that the members of the New Day have taught me. Even when you're hurt, you still turn up. That's the kind of people we are.
Yeah. What's it been like spending time with them?
What a great opportunity for someone like me to hang out with a Hall of Fame tag team. They are hands down the best tag team of all time. They've had the most tag team championship reigns. There's no way to argue it. So it's been good to sit back and have some real veterans kind of teach me the way things work around here.
Very cool. Grayson Waller joining us here on Fox Sports Radio. Ryan in Sacktown taking you up to 6 o'clock tonight with the Grant Napier Show. Also, don't forget, Monday Night Raw, as Grayson said, 4:30 starts. New tickets just released, starting at $40. They will go quick. The show was already sold out. So, Grayson, you talked about banned moves. I know you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Mm-hmm.
What's your take on the tush push?
I love the tush push. It's the kind of move where other teams have tried it and have been unsuccessful. So it's undeniable that the Philly Eagles are very good at the tush push. And I know if I went for a different team, I would hate it. But as someone who likes people hating them,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful thing. I love it. When we ran it against the Giants 4 plays in a row and I saw Twitter blow up for a couple of minutes, that brought me a lot of joy. But you know, we got Jordan Mailata on the team.
Yeah.
He's a fellow Western Sydney boy like me, a rugby boy. So, you know, we're bringing some rugby to the NFL. You got to get used to it.
Do you think that's a rugby play at the end of the day?
Partly some of it is, definitely. Yeah. You know, it doesn't look like something I want to be a part of. It looks extremely painful. But, like, I think that's something that the players and the Eagles want to win that bad, that they put their body through that. And if it's successful, find a way to stop it.
Yeah,
that's on the other teams, really.
See, that's exactly it. If you can't stop it and you know it's coming.
Like, we had really good deep balls to AJ Brown yesterday. We're going to ban that too? Oh, no deep balls to AJ Brown. They can't stop it. It's not fair.
I thought that was already banned. I thought they weren't throwing him the ball anymore.
Hey, yesterday 4 catches, 125, 2 touchdowns. You just gotta wait your time.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Grayson Waller, WWE superstar, joining us. Speaking of football, I was going to talk to you about the punters in the NFL, it being a Australian thing now. I mean, you see so many Aussies as punters, but I want to go back to Australia. I want to go back to Perth. I thought one of the coolest moments of Crown Jewel was not on the main card. It was the press conference, and you came on stage. You did a shoey with Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. Tell me the origin of the shoey and what the heck do you do to dry that shoe out afterwards?
Well, you know, the shoey itself is something that's been in Australian culture for a little bit, but I think it got popularised by a few of the big name Australian sports stars. So Daniel Ricciardo in the F1, Tai Tuivasa in the UFC, and it was just like, it's just such an Australian thing. Like, you're celebrating a win by drinking from a shoe. It's ridiculous, but it's kind of become part of our pop culture. So getting to do it in Perth, me and Rhea have done it before, but getting Io Sky to come along with us and do something like that, and I think Bailey and Kathy Kelly also at another appearance did a shoey too. It's like, that's how we welcome you into our culture. You want to be Australian, you got to pass the Australian test, you got to drink from your shoe. Now for me personally, it's got to be your own shoe, and then you got to wear that shoe afterwards, you know. No fresh shoes, none of that type of thing. You got to do it properly, and everyone did. So Io Sky, Bailey, Kathy Kelly, honorary Aussies now.
Love it. Cole, you tried to get him on the action. I was watching it. He tried to pour his beer in your shoe at first. Did you see that?
Interesting choice, but I think Michael Cole, you know, only brought 1 pair of shoes, and that's on him, you know. And unfortunately, I think the crowd let him know what they thought about him doing that. But maybe next time we're in Australia, we'll convince Cole to get involved.
No doubt. Grayson Waller joining us here on Fox Sports Radio, Monday Night Raw tonight from the G1C. By the way, if you have seats around the ring, I've heard Grayson say this, interact. You look like one of the funner talents just to have fun with. Like, if you were in a teacher's class, you would be the kid that was always causing the problems.
Yeah, the great thing about what we do is it's like, you know, if you're an actor, you're doing TV, whatever it is, you know, people watch your stuff. You never get to watch people watch you. You know, for us, we get to go out and we have thousands of people there getting to watch with us. And I think it's a cool thing. I remember being on the other side and being a fan and how cool it was if a wrestler looked at you or if a wrestler touched your hand on the way down. For me personally, I'm never going to do those type of things. I'm going to say really mean things to the fans in the crowd. You know, there was a young kid on Friday at SmackDown who had a beautiful sign. It was his birthday and his first wrestling show. I took that sign. I stomped on that sign. I didn't rip it though. You know, I must have been feeling kind that day. But that's why WWE and especially Monday Night Raw is an experience unlike anything else. Like, where else do you get to go see these larger-than-life superstars in front of you, and you get to interact with them? If you don't like them, boo them. If you love them, cheer them. You can chant whatever you want. Have a look at the Australian shows, you know?
Yeah.
That's the great thing about what we do. Our fans come out, they let us know what they think, but we let them know what we think too.
That's fun. I love when wrestlers do that. When The Miz was early on coming up, I took my little brother to a show, and he was very similar to you, very eager to interact and have fun at that point of his career, and we had some fun with that. I do want to talk to you, because I know you seem, or at least from my perspective, and I guess I'm having a little bit more of an educated conversation with you because I feel like this city is very educated on wrestling, but you're very much big into respect. You're very much into, you know, honoring the business, passing it forward. But how do you feel with WW Unreal on Netflix? Because to me, 20 years ago, that would have never flew.
No, and you know, me personally, I've watched clips here or there.
Yeah.
For me personally, it's not for me. I've had a lot of mates back home who weren't necessarily wrestling fans who've now watched it because it's on Netflix, so everyone has it. And said they loved it.
Yeah.
I got really close friends of mine who always ask me for the secrets. I'm never going to give them the secrets, but now they get to watch this and they get to see it in a different light. What I do like about it is you see how stressful our job is. Our job isn't just going out and doing a match. There's so much happening behind the scenes and getting ready and things changing and ad time and this. So I do like that it kind of showed people, hey, this isn't easy. For me personally, though, I like to keep the magic a secret. You know,
Sure.
Grayson Waller, you don't know anything about me, really. You know what I let you see. And that's something that I hold very dear, and that's the kind of wrestling I like. But I do see the positives on allowing a new audience to see what we do and show them a little bit behind the scenes. But I don't think you'll be seeing Grayson Waller on Unreal anytime soon.
Fair enough. Grayson Waller joining us here on Fox Sports Radio. By the way, Golden One Center, Raw, tonight. New tickets just released, beginning at $40. Go get them. They will definitely go quick. Grayson, for my generation growing up, it was the debate, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, or Macho Man. You're younger than me. Who did you grow up watching?
I thought your generation was more like Gorgeous George type of thing.
Oh man, you're being generous.
Okay.
I got somebody gave me a senior menu yesterday.
Yeah, no, I see it,
Went to
dude.
dinner?
Yeah, no, I can tell. For me, growing up, my kind of era was like Shawn Michaels was the first guy who really got me into it, which is obviously a cool thing now that I've got to work with Shawn personally, that type of thing. But then also, like, I think AJ Styles and John Cena were two guys who, when I grew up a little bit, were the ones that I was diehard for, which is crazy now because obviously we have Cena has 3 dates left. AJ's talking about retirement. I think we're seeing like a generation ending right now, which is crazy, but also very cool to see. I got to go into the crowd, kind of snuck in to watch AJ and John at Crown Jewel, and it was awesome. It's very rare that I get to be a fan anymore, and I handed in my fan card, but I picked it up for about 45 minutes for that match, and it's really cool getting to see the guys that I watched growing up, getting to work with them obviously, but also seeing them, they're still at the top of their game. Like you saw what they did in Crown Jewel. It's wild that they're, at the end and they're almost as good as they've ever been.
It's a testament to, I mean, I can't speak to the business side, but athletes taking care of their bodies. I mean, speaking of what you guys do for a living, it's not like you teleport from city to city. The travel is brutal.
Yeah, it's horrendous. I always say I get paid for the travel. I don't get paid for the wrestling. The wrestling's the fun part. But I think it's even like a different backstage attitude. You always hear the stories back in the day. All the guys were out till 6, 7 a.m. Being wild. And now everyone takes this very seriously. This is a full-time job that we have. We got to get up at 7 a.m. to go to the gym. We're doing all these media things. There's so much more that we're doing and looking after ourselves, and we take this very seriously. And you can see by how good a shape the entire roster's in. Every time in the ring, no one's blowing up. So I think wrestlers look at the business a little bit differently and look at longevity, because that's what it's really about. Back in the day, you hear those stories of Shawn being, he was ready to go.
Yeah.
He's going to put it all on the line. If this is his last match, he went out on top. Whereas a lot of us now, we're looking at longevity. We see someone like AJ Styles, who's been wrestling almost 30 years and is still doing it as good as he can. But that's because he takes care of himself and he's working as hard out of the ring as he is in the ring.
No doubt. Grayson Waller joining us here on Fox Sports Radio, Sacramento. WWE Monday at Raw tonight. Go get your tickets. New tickets released just a little bit ago, beginning at $40. Grayson, if you had one more match, who would it be with?
Hopefully a few more than one.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, we were talking about those guys winding down, but who would it be with right now?
And I was very lucky to get in there with AJ, which was awesome in my time at NXT. I would love to have done that again now, 3 or 4 years later. I kind of feel like I'm a different superstar now.
Yeah.
Would have loved to get there with John. Time's ticking down, and I don't think that time's going to come for me. But being in there in the ring with him was awesome.
Right.
But the one guy I'm going to keep saying till it happens right now is CM Punk. I think CM Punk is the best pro wrestler that exists right now, because you combine the in-ring, you combine on the mic, you combine everything that he does, you can combine like just the aura that he has when he comes out. Like, that's someone I want to test myself again. And I tell him to his face, I have no shame saying it. Every time I see him, I go, hey, I'm coming for you one day, lad. Like, I get my opportunity, whether it's on the microphone or in the ring, I want to test myself against you. And that's the stuff that motivates me. When I'm having to get up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym because I have media things, I'm getting up because I need to put in more work so that when I get in with CM Punk, he goes, damn, man, that kid's good, man. Maybe I shouldn't have picked a fight with him.
Right.
That's the motivation that I have right now.
Love that. Grayson Waller joining us for just a few more minutes here on Fox Sports Radio. You guys have a ton of different programs going on with WWE, NIL. I believe you have a partnership with some of the different independent wrestling companies. I guess I want to ask you this because you guys are just coming off of the run in Perth, and we'll end here. I would say Australian-wise, it's booming right now. Between you, Rhea Ripley, Bronson Reed, should we be paying more attention to the Australian Indies?
100%. For me personally, like I ride or die with Australian wrestling. The reason I'm here is because of Australian wrestling, and it's been good for multiple decades, but it's just so far away. You know, the time difference, like people don't pay attention. But then you see people like me, Rhea, Bronson, Zaria, you see how good they are, and everyone's like, where'd they come from? And it's like, they've been good for a long time, it's just you haven't had a chance to see. And being in Perth, a lot of the extras were guys that I used to train with. I actually took a bunch of the WWE guys to an indie show on Sunday, which was like the big Australian super show, and it's just like, it frustrates me at times that there's not more of them getting an opportunity, because being an American, it's so easy to get a chance to have WWE see you, because they can see you all over the place. For the Australians, it's very hard to just get that foot in the door. So I know myself and Bronson and Rhea all have the same mindset. Our job is to get the eyes on those people. The work we do here is so that the door stays open for other guys and girls to come and get the opportunities that we get. And anytime any of the NXT guys or Triple H ask us about Australian wrestlers, we always have 3 or 4 names. Bang, 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 bang. Because the Australian wrestlers are the best in the world, and we're going to keep showing it.
Love it, Grayson. Great stuff with Grayson Waller. I hope you enjoyed some of that. That actually, so the day that happened, it was supposed to stream live here to the King's Court and to our channels, and we were going to stream it to Fox as well. But what happened was, it was the day that big server went out. I forget which server it was. It was the Amazon server. So that's why you've got, like, we were like trying to figure out, it's like, okay, how are we going to do this? Can we videotape it? What's going to happen? But we were able to get it figured out. Give it to me again. Give it to me again. So it was a good chat with Grayson Waller. Top that, Adam. How about that, Adam? Peter, yes, Neemius Keita. 4 years. Yeah, it's actually 5 years because he still has time left on his contract. So they locked down Boston. Their 2 big men, Mitchell Robinson and Keita, $12 million a year contract. No, a little bit more than that. So yeah, about 50. What does that come to? I'm not going to do the math off the top of my head. I went to San Diego State. It's too much to ask. Tristan, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. You want to see me wear a see-through shirt? Not going to happen, dude. Adam.
You serious right now?
You gotta be better.
People are curious. Come on now, man. This is crazy.
You gotta be better than that.
People are curious. I really don't have an answer for that. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
My bad. That was Rock saying that. Good job, Rock. I blamed Adam for that. Really quick, because a few of you have brought this up. And if you're just joining us, Alex Caravan sprained right ankle. He will be reevaluated in 1 week. 1 week's time. So hopefully he will be good to go by your first couple Summer League games. Come out, check the California Classic out tomorrow if you want to get your first look at Darius Acuff. Had a really good first run yesterday. I was impressed with what I saw. I mean, I only saw what's on the internet. I was not at practice. I was here with all of you, but come check him out. Come check out Emmanuel Sharp. Neek will be playing. So there are the games. And here's the other thing too. You're going to get to see Mikael Brown Jr., number 6, that all of you, if you were at the Golden One Center when he got drafted at 6, that place erupted because it was a consensus. Kings fans wanted, or at least the ones there, really wanted Acuff. So you'll get to see Mikael Brown Jr. How about that? Who did Milwaukee get? I can't remember off the top of my head who Milwaukee took, but California Classic, 3 days in a row, starting on, thank you, Peter. Thank you, Peter. There you go. 5 years. He's locked down. See, those, okay. Those are the contracts that are fair. And Precious Achua, I thought he would maybe be higher than what he's at per year. But the contracts that are at those numbers are the valuable contracts in the NBA, because as you're seeing, when you get to a Jaylen Brown number, when you get to Joel Embiid, those contracts are almost becoming untradeable unless you're like Wemby in his prime, where you're going to pay the most money you could possibly pay to have that player. Really interesting. And speaking of some of those guys, let's talk really quick about LeBron. So a few of you have brought that up. Rich Paul did he expanded on LeBron's decision. And I want to be clear about this. LeBron knows where he's going. He didn't decide to opt out, or he didn't even opt out. He didn't decide to announce that he was not returning to the Lakers the day free agency opened. This is all a show because he wants the attention. So Joe Varden in The Athletic put, for a few weeks after season 23 ended, LeBron James was 80% sure he would return to the Lakers. Yeah, right. Obviously, that didn't hold, and now the NBA's all-time leading scorer is, again, the league's most attractive and tantalizing free agent. I don't know if I'd go that far. Speaking on his Game Over podcast with Max Kellerman, Rich Paul said that when James was sure he wanted to continue playing, but not with the Lakers, he challenged his most famous client with one question. What did he want most as he entered his 24th season? The answer, according to Paul, happiness. During the episode, Paul discussed several points or potential destinations for James on a whiteboard. The Philadelphia 76ers were listed, as were the Cleveland Cavaliers, Miami Heat, Minnesota Timberwolves, Denver Nuggets, Dallas Mavericks, and a few other teams on the outer edges. Kings fans, does that mean you might have a chance? I would not want him here. Just saying. But let's see. In a twist, Paul said if the New York Knicks hadn't won the title, there'd be no note board. He'd be going to the Knicks. See, this is I don't usually use poor language here, but this is the douchebaggery of LeBron James. And it's such a shame because dude is going into his 24th year. I said it earlier in the week. You don't have to do anything extra to steal or get the spotlight. You're LeBron freaking James. You've done it the right way and you've done it the wrong way in the past. So you know what works and you know what doesn't work. And this is just straight douchebaggery. I'm sorry. If the Knicks wouldn't have won the title, there would be no board. He'd be going to the Knicks. What? Can we dissect that for a second? Like, is that mean LeBron's looking to go someplace where he takes the team over the top to a championship? I mean, is New York now dirty because they've won a championship? Wouldn't you make an argument that the East is not as strong as the West, so you probably have a better chance of getting there with the Knicks still? It's just that kind of stuff, man. Quote, he would have to pick up the phone. Let's see. Oh, okay. So we're going to add on to this. Listen to this. I can't believe I'm going to read this. It's unlikely James will sign with them, Paul said, because of the delicacy of joining a team that had already won. And a potential failure to repeat might be blamed on James because of his prowess. But Paul said the only thing that would need to happen is for Jalen Brunson to call. Quote, he would have to pick up the phone and say it's no issue with me joining. I mean, LeBron. So what sucks about the other side of LeBron, man? Dude, I respect your talent. You rewrote the book on longevity and taking care of your body, dude. But you're gonna put it on Jalen Brunson? You need his approval because you don't want to mess it up. Let me repeat that. It's unlikely James will sign with them, Paul said, because of the delicacy of joining a team that had already won, and a potential failure to repeat might be blamed on James. Dude, you know what? Just shut up. I'm sorry. Shut up. Pick a team. Be done with it. This is what I didn't want this summer. It's so annoying. There's good players still on the market. There's decisions to be made, and there's zero attention on them. And you're playing this game. It's straight douchebaggery. That's all it is. This is the kind of crap that a lot of people are going to, it's going to be a but when you talk about LeBron James. Yes, is he going to be in the conversation for greatest players of all time? Sure. But there's going to be a but. Like Steph Curry doesn't do this crap. Giannis is getting there. Jordan didn't do this stuff. Like, and remember what I talked about yesterday? He's considering having his final season filmed for an episodic or documentary style show. Here's the problem, man. Like, it feels like taking dirty money. If you're a team that's on the brink, it really does. And you decide to try to go over the hill with LeBron James, it feels like dirty money. Like LeBron, I respect how he will take a step back, and I respect that he turns it on when he needs to turn it on. But at this point in his career, is the juice worth the squeeze? I mean, if this is your mindset, it's unlikely James will sign with them because of the delicacy of joining a team that's already won. And a potential failure to repeat might be blamed on James. Unbelievable stuff. Bang! Bang! Like, I don't want him anywhere near my team if I'm close to a championship. Cringe.
That don't make no sense.
Freaking cringe. That's what it is. Cringe. Knicks can't sign him. They're at 212, which is past the first apron. Oh, they would find a way, Peter. Plus, that's only for 11 players. They need 3 more of the roster. 2 ways, yeah. Okay, that's fine. If he doesn't go to the Knicks, that's cool. I don't care, but do you understand it's the bigger point about the mindset? Like, that's how they're looking at this. It's not like, hey, I want to make this team better. It's like, oh, if we're, it's going to be blamed on me if I don't take this team over the top. I just got a problem with that, man. Jerry Reynolds did not pull any punches when he was here Wednesday, and we talked about this. And he's friends with Rich Paul. Silliness, man. Straight up silliness. Is there anything else wild in this thing? Paul also pointed to James's hometown of Cleveland as a serious contender, citing familiarity with the organization, the Gilbert family, and team president Kobe Altman, as well as long-standing relationships with people within the organization, such as general manager Brandon Weems. From a roster perspective, while Paul said it's nothing against James Harden, James would love to play with the Clippers' Darius Garland, whose game he admires similar to that of another player, the Sixers' Tyrese Maxey. Do you understand when he did that and I knocked him the second he did it? Because of this stuff, man. And now Paul's gonna Rich Paul. Why don't we get his comments on the Sixers? Paul addressed the Sixers. The recent acquisition of Jaylen Brown makes them more attractive as a potential destination. Give me a quote, man. He loves, quote, the ownership group. Quote, obviously, Jaylen Brown, Paul said, in explaining the Sixers as a major potential landing spot. Quote, former MVP Joel Embiid, his health and habits. The health and habits of Embiid are there. I promise you I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. Not a single word. Go to The Athletic. Quote, LeBron enhances everything there, Paul continued. He unlocks everything there. Wow. Just wow. Why do I give this garbage time? Unbelievable. Quote, as you're going through this process, I'm saying to LeBron, you really have to think this through. Paul said, everything looks great in July. Everything looks great on paper. But you got to be very careful with that. Yes. Because everything changes and gets so much more complicated and screwed up when LeBron James's name gets added to the paper. Like, I'm sorry. The juice is not worth the squeeze. It's just not. Unbelievable. Okay, so like if we were going to do squares right now on when this decision is coming and how this decision is coming, what do you think it's going to be? It's not going to be the decision 2. Well, I guess it'd be the decision 3 because they did the decision 2 as a commercial to troll everybody. Is he going to write another love letter to Cleveland if that's where he goes? Freaking LeBron James, man. Why, man? Just why? I think he's kind of at the top. You know what? I'm going to quit venting and I'm going to let my guy Dan Hawkins vent. I know it's the slow time of the year for us. We're up on a holiday right around July 1st, or I think it was right around this time last year. Or not last year, but right around this time when Dan Hawkins was the head coach. Isn't Dan Hawkins the coach of UC Davis right now? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think Dan Hawkins is the coach of UC Davis. He let off one of the most glorious rants. I think it's probably my favorite rant. This was what, 19? This was early 2000s. This was 17 years ago. So this was if this was 17 years ago, yeah, this was about 2000. Okay. Dan Hawkins on his football team
Some guys might decide that it's a little too tough, or it's a little too hard, it's a little too demanding. I'll give you a little example. I got an anonymous letter from a parent. Said, we're just kind of bummed out this year that the boys only get 2 weeks off before they start their summer conditioning program. Normally they get 3. Well, we gave them a week at the start of the semester rather than at the end. But here's my point, okay? It's Division I football! It's the Big 12! It ain't intramurals! You got 2 weeks after finals, you got a week in July 4th, and you got a week before camp starts. That's a month. That's probably more vacation than you guys get. And we're a little bummed out that we don't get 3 weeks. Go play intramurals, brother. Go play intramurals.
How good is that? Find me a better rant.
Brother.
Find me a better rant. I don't think you can. Before we get to the wrestling segment, let's go to my man Kazzy. What's up, Kaz?
Hey, I actually just have a quick question for you. Can you actually do me a favor, like a quick favor?
Sure.
It's actually a serious question. Okay, so I guess for some reason, I don't know how, but like over the last like several weeks when I've been listening to your shows, I'll put comments in the comment section, and like for some reason, like my comments never get read. And then what I did one time is I got out like my other device, like my computer or my phone, and then I noticed that my comments aren't even getting popped up. So maybe like somehow one day like you or Grant might have muted me, so where you guys can't see my comments. I was just wondering if you guys can see if you could like look at the mute section or the block section and somehow see if somehow I ended up there.
I will see what I can do. Yeah.
It'd be Casio _999. That's my username.
Did you do anything to get blocked by Grant?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I said something that I was strongly disagreed with him. I don't know, but but I mean, like I mean, Grant's his own person, so I get it. So I guess I gotta be more careful if I did say something. But
I mean, did he not like the candle or the scent?
Maybe that was it. Maybe you smelled it through the phone, Ryno.
Dude, okay, now can you do me a favor and answer a couple questions? Like, do you just have candles always lit, or do you just light the candle when you call?
Let me put it this way: whenever I have dates, I'll light candles. Or if I don't know, if I'm in the shower. Okay,
I don't need.
If I'm in the shower, right, or bathroom, I just don't want regular lights. I'll literally just put all the candle lights like that. It's like just different,
All right. I don't think I need to know anything more. You're the man,
Are you sure? Are you sure, Ryno? I can give you the whole.
I can't control my horny level.
I think we're good.
I can't control my horny level,
buddy. And candles. All right, bud. Have a great 4th of July. If I'm on dates and I've got a lot of candles lit, YouTube uses shadow banning. No, you know what happened? In all honesty, if you have ever been blocked on this channel, because we have had to legitimately block people, our system that we use, it's called Restream, and Restream gives us an option to put you in timeout, or we can block you permanently from the Restream chat, or we can block you on YouTube. It like gives us 3 different options. And so I don't know where the people go that when we say we're blocking you on Restream chat, I don't know if there's a bank that we can go to and unblock people. So I will figure that out, and I will get with Grant. I mean, he's the tech guy around here. So I'll slide that note onto his desk to check about Kazzy. We got wrestling coming up in just a couple of minutes. Don't forget, come to the California Classic. Come say hi. I will be out there. We'll keep our attention on whether the Kings do anything as the deadline continues to be behind us. But I will say this really quick. The Kings traditionally do not make a lot of moves early in the deadline. In fact, the DeMar DeRozan acquisition didn't happen until the California Classic. Believe it or not, DeMar was there the first night or the second night of the Classic. Remember, he came out and everybody starts cheering him. So there's, besides this nonsense with LeBron James, there's still stuff out there and things being talked about. But what this does with LeBron is it puts a giant cog in the wheel of free agency, because now you have other teams thinking, I might have a chance at LeBron James. And then the teams that don't, that have to compete or maybe are in the same division as those teams going for LeBron, are thinking, oh, we might have to deal with LeBron James. So why don't we put what we're doing on hold? We'll make sure. And I guess, too, it could trigger other moves. Like, say if he goes to Golden State, right? I think if you're Denver, you've got to do something at that point. Denver really has not done a lot this offseason besides losing Tim Hardaway Jr. And by the way, how about Tim Hardaway Sr. saying, no, you are not wearing number 10. I'm not taking it out of the rafters in Miami. Make your own way, son. Job by him. Real good job by him. All right, we're going to talk.
Are you not entertained?
Yes, we are entertained. Any more comments? Grant's the IT guy. Yes, he is, Jay. You know that, man. No, it's either me or we outsource to a couple of people. One of them being Haunted Horse. They barely do anything, but you never know. Exactly. And I'm going to put Sabonis being here at the start of the season at about 80% right now. I'm going to put it at 80. DeMar, I'm going to put at 15. But of that 80%, if Domas is here at the start of the season, I would guess I would give you 65% probability that he's moved at the trade deadline. Yeah, that's what I would put it at. So those are my percentages for the Kings and what's left to do. I mean, they really don't have that much left to do. It's about what's your MLE look like for them. And can you get a vet at point guard, which should not have been the first question at the press conference. Awful timing, bad timing, bad question. Not a bad question, just bad timing. Oh my gosh, my man Graham. I feel bad for Graham asking that question. All right, we do it every week. We do it on Fridays. We talk wrestling. We bring in our man, Adam.
Whoa.
Dude, you're loud. Holy moly.
Yeah, I sounded pretty hot there. My bad.
You're coming in hot, brother. You're better now.
Well, you know why that is? Because
why is that?
I thought I had maybe a minute or two more to go, because I am shipping out an out of 25 Bret the Hitman Hart. That's right. You can find me right here. Can I get it? Right there. Wrestling Reimagined on eBay and Instagram, wrestling.reimagined on eBay. With every sale of a card, we will also give you a Wrestling Reimagined sticker with your purchase.
Do you just think you come on here and plug whatever the hell you want to plug? Is that what this is? We're at that point now?
I got sweat equity, I would say.
Yes, you do. You have some sweat equity, man.
I can give me a little eBay plug, right?
So yes, you can. Absolutely. Right. You know, it's so confusing with Bret Hart because he was my guy, man. My parents, Santa left me tickets to the Royal Rumble in 1992 here in Sacramento.
No way. You did not go to that.
Yeah, I for sure did.
What?
And
how have we never talked about this?
So Santa left me tickets to the Royal Rumble, and I'll never forget because it was my only time getting to see Bret Hart in person, and he was wrestling the Chico, Razor Ramon for the title. Yeah. And I was just, we weren't even close to the rail. We were just in the regular, like, lower bowl. And I'm
You
just
didn't
like,
have to be at Arco Arena. That was the greatest, the greatest arena. I want to say stadium and greatest at the same time. It was the greatest arena of all time. It's not a debate.
I'm not gonna disagree with you, man. And we're not being homers here, because
Being biased.
we're not. Like, Mike Breen, who we talked about earlier in the show. Mike Breen came up to Grant when the Kings were really, really good. And for those that don't know, Mike Breen, yes, he does the national games for ABC. He's their number one, but he's the Knicks announcer when ABC's not doing games. And he came up to Grant and he's like, dude, like, if you are ever sick, call me. I will fly from New York to call games here in Sacramento, because the atmosphere was that special. And it did translate. Like, for concerts, like, did you see concerts at Arco?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I saw the Quad 106.7. Was that? It was 1999. It was like Foo Fighters, Incubus. After that, you kind of lose me. But I saw that concert. I saw in 2000, I saw Rage Against the Machine. That was a 93 rock show. That was a wild show. That whole, we had pit tickets. I was 16 at the time, and it was just circle pit. Like, I think there was probably 7 circle pits on the floor of Arco for Rage Against the Machine. That was a wild show.
I saw Boys to Men there. When I was
You
younger.
saw them recently.
No, it was right after they came out with what was the CD called, like 2 or something. So
oh yeah, for sure. Like,
it had like on
Boys
bended.
to Men 97.
Yep. So I saw Boys to Men there.
That was
I
a hell of a
saw
show.
Britney Spears there.
Oh, I remember this story.
Yeah, me and my buddy just went to see Britney. Not gonna lie,
Yeah.
she's that hot.
Mm-hmm. And you had good seats too, I believe.
We did, yes. We had a friend in the box office. I saw Justin Timberlake there.
Okay.
I saw like a 107.
I saw Justin Timberlake. Well, I saw him at G1C, but
okay. So it was like right when he broke away from NSYNC. It was the Justified tour, I think it was called. It was good, man.
Like 2002.
Yeah, I was in. It was like my first year of college. Yeah, or right before my first year of college. Who else did we see? Shania Twain and Faith Hill and Tim McGraw in that barn. Dude, you know what? You're right, man. It is up there. Like, do you remember back in the day with Arco?
Not up there. It is there.
It is there. You know, you're right, man. I you know what? That's the best take you've ever had on this show. I really think it is. Like, you remember going to Kings games back in the day when they had the
little fans at the top when everyone got over 100 decibels or 120 decibels, whatever it was.
Yep. And
like, that was my goal as a child, is how can I get those things waving?
Yep.
They need to be as loud as possible.
And you remember you could, on the concourse, they had like basketball hoops set up like carnival style. There was 3 of them, and you could pay to shoot. And if you like made 2 of the 3, then you would get a free basketball, or not a free, because you paid to play. Dude, the tickets, man. Really? How many Western bacon cheeseburgers have I consumed because they were the giveaway on the back of the tickets? I mean,
dude, you got me. Yeah, I don't know. It at some point maybe you'll full screen. I think I could find an old ticket stub from something at Arco at some point here during the show today.
I mean, we might as well do this. And it was also a great wrestling arena.
It was.
It was an awesome wrestling arena.
Mm-hmm.
There's just something about it, man. The way it shook and man, I missed that place.
It was the wood floors. Everything echoed in there, and you felt it too. When someone next to you stomped on the floor, you felt it. Okay, my computer is saying I need to plug it in. It is plugged in. So just to give you a heads up there.
I just got an update. I just got an update from
Parts Unknown.
Yeah, I got an update from Parts Unknown. I've got bad news.
He's cooking jambalaya for his Meemaw.
No, he's not cooking jambalaya. But apparently there is a very bad heat wave going on in Parts Unknown, and there's an AC issue that he is taking care of right now. So it will just be the two of us. All right, let's talk.
Likely excuse.
Nah, I believe him. I believe him.
Yeah, I believe him too.
Let's talk Night of Champions. Got to start at the top. Okay. It happened. What we were both kind of, or at least I was like, oh no, here we go. But Sami freaking Zayn is the WWE champion.
Yeah, and I don't hate it. I thought it was a good match. I don't love roll-up finishes, and that's my only gripe with the match or the finish or whatever. I just don't love. I didn't love a roll-up finish on Cody like that. Like,
see, I think you have to you have to do the roll-up finish because you're putting too much gloss on Sami if you have him beat Cody with the haluva kick, right?
3 haluva kicks and then a master exploder.
Well, no, because Sami's kind of, everybody thinks he's going to be a transitional champion, et cetera, but it's the fluke thing, right? It plays into that. So I don't have a problem with it.
Well, but also WWE posted this week a video of Kevin Owens showing up to congratulate Sami Zayn with Becky Lynch. So, and Kevin Owens had this little like bow on him, like he was a gift. He showed up, surprised him. So does that mean that Kevin Owens is healthy? And Kevin Owens' last match was against Sami Zayn. And if you noticed during the Night of Champions, Sami tried to do a package pile driver on Cody. So I think we're virtue signaling a little bit here.
I don't think we are. I think that like that will always be Sami's moment, and I think it was. There goes Adam. I think it was. Let's see if we can get him back here. Maybe not. He'll be back. He's got to plug in his computer. I think that was his nod to Kevin Owens because their careers are so intertwined. I don't think he's coming back anytime soon. But Sami cut, I will give him credit for this, a heck of a promo at the edge of the stage after the show went off the air. Here's Sami.
Honestly, don't know how to answer that, Byron. A lot has been said about me. Some good, and lately, some bad. A lot of folks said I would never win the WWE Championship. But I stand here tonight in front of my people, هون في الرياض. قدام شعب العرب، قدام شعب الإسلام. البطل العالم, the WWE champion.
It was a heck of a promo, and he went on to talk about how it could never be taken away from him again. So, like at the end of the day, I'm good with it. I see the nuance in it. I wasn't craving it, but if WWE does it the right way, I think it could be very, very entertaining. Let's welcome Adam back. So got you back now.
Right,
While you were gone, I played the promo that Sammy did at the start of the after show, which I thought really kind of put everything over, or at least for the people like kind of against Sammy having the title. It's like, okay, that was a really good moment. So yeah, I don't think Kevin Owens is fighting anytime soon.
Sorry, I'm still trying to get you in my headphones.
So we can say whatever we want about Adam.
Yeah, can you hear me? Yes, you can hear me. Say yes, I can hear you.
Yes,
okay,
I
but
can
does
hear
it sound
you.
like shit because I'm not plugged into.
No, you're good. I can.
Okay,
You sound
all
fine.
right. I don't like it. All right, sorry.
You're disheveled.
Triggered right now. I'm gonna have to leave the poker table.
You're stepping away.
Okay, give me 1 second. Can you take me off?
All right, so Sammy wins the title. SmackDown tonight, we'll figure out where this goes. Adam throws out Kevin Owens. I don't think so. I'd be surprised. Definitely Cody's going to get a rematch. Heck, will Sami Zayn have the title through tonight? We'll see. Other big matches that we talked about last week. King of the Ring. Dude, so for everybody in the chat that was getting on me about reading dirt sheets, no, I do not read the dirt sheets. I just think creatively. Oba wins the King of the Ring, and then on Monday night, Brock Lesnar returns, and Oba bypasses his title shot, saying the title will always be there. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Look at we've got IT going on in the chat. We'll see if we can get him back on. Anyways, how do you plug it in? Tristan, you should have learned that in middle school, buddy. Horse, we need your IT help. Anyways, so you're gonna get Oba and Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam Hell in a Cell match. I think there's going to be something more added to this. I think Brock's career is somehow going to get added to this, because if you're going to finish out and you're going to be done, this is the right time to do it in Minneapolis, in your hometown stadium show. So that would be my taker on that as we wait to see if we can get Adam back or not. Let's see if we have Adam back properly. Yes, we do have Adam back properly.
I'm back.
All right, you good?
I'm back.
Okay. So I was talking about Oba bypassing his title shot to fight Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, Hell in a Cell.
You know, I can understand where Oba is coming from, because I recently just bypassed the power source to my computer. You ever plug something in and know that it's plugged in only to go check the plug and it's actually not plugged in?
Yeah, it's happened before. Okay.
So I totally understand where Oba's coming from. No, to be honest, I think the whole King of the Ring stuff was just bizarre. You have one guy who should have won, who did win, and then say, no, I don't actually need the title. Let me fight this other guy that's about to die. And just, you know, whatever you do with my title shot, it's fine. I'll get it. And then you have on the flip side, on the women's, you have the women's champion get defeated by Io Sky, which I called, to again call for a rematch. And I don't know, they got to pull something out with this Io thing. I don't think she wins the title off of Liv based on the premise of how this whole thing was set up. I don't think she's going to beat Liv twice in a row unless I don't know something. But the whole Oba Femi thing is just, it's just like, why?
Why not? It makes his character just feel that much bigger. Like, oh, title shot, whatever. I could get that anytime. You know what I mean?
He can't aura farm like that. He just got in here.
Dude, we were talking about or booking at a point where it's like you're in a corner with him. You either have to give him the title or not. You're getting out of those corners because once you give him the title, it's got to be a long run. It can't be a quick run. And if you are going to give him the title and it's going to be a short run, it has to be right around. It has to be right around Money in the Bank, so you could have like a fluke thing like that. But back
so 3 months is a long run for you.
No, I think
I think he's got to hold it for 6 months at
least. Yes, exactly my point. That's why this is perfect. I think you might have actually something added on to this. I think Brock's career might get added on to this, just like Brock added on Hell in a Cell.
I don't think it's going to get necessarily added on. I think it's going to be a consequence of it.
Oh, okay. It's a good take. That's a good take. But
I don't think we need to stipulate that his career's going to end. That's Gunther's thing. Don't get into that space. Like, Oba, stay out of that lane. Leave that to Gunther, because Gunther could, Nick Aldis, he could retire Nick Aldis at SummerSlam. That looks like the way it's headed. But don't get in that lane. Just be a badass that just destroys people. And I mean, my question to you is: this is a Hell in a Cell match. Brock Lesnar. How many minutes do you think he goes in this Hell in a Cell? Because popular belief might tell you it's going to be an 8-minute match, but what if he goes out with his shield on his back and gives us a 20-25 minute match?
Yeah, I think that's what you're going to get, because what you're doing is it's exactly what you're going to get. You're passing the torch to Oba as that next monster.
He's got to do it. And I think there's an opportunity where it's still a really cool way for Brock to go out, but a really freaking cool way for Oba to come in and just put the final stamp on it. Like, this dude is dead. I'm the new Brock Lesnar. I think that will be really cool.
Yeah, for sure. Everything you just said.
As for the ladies, I hated the fact that Io Sky chose Liv right away. I just didn't like that. I wanted to see a Rhea Liv kind of grudge match.
No,
same thing.
I don't.
Okay.
Finisher.
Same thing that you're seeing with the World Heavyweight title with Seth and Roman.
Yeah, but I'm not interested in Seth and Roman. Like, it's not that I don't want to see that match, and who knows? Like, people keep talking about, is Seth retiring soon? Is Roman retiring soon? I don't really see that in the next couple of years, but I don't know. Like, there's too much up in the air right now. Like, it's a lot to be, I don't know how to put it, man. It's just a weird time. Like, Danhausen's
what's that?
Danhausen's cursed is why Liv lost the title. Why'd you put her in the final in the first place? Like, it's just weird.
Yeah, there's going to be. They started the underlane of a Danhausen and Judgment Day kind of thing before, with the human monies, and all that. I guess I'm okay seeing Liv and Io.
It's gonna be a good match. I'm not complaining about that, but we're gonna run it back to back, and then on the men's side, Like, okay,
Okay.
the guy won and now he doesn't want it. Like, it's just.
See, I look at them. I
or
look
the
at them
other, but you
completely
can't do
different.
both at the same time.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. So, okay, does Sami Zayn make it to SummerSlam as champion?
I hope not.
What would the SummerSlam main event be right now?
Well, Brock versus Oba would be a great night one. We know that so far. That's going to happen.
It better not be on ESPN, like Icebox says. I'm sick of these ESPN matches.
We know that Seth and Roman is a thing, so that's probably night 2, right? Where does Sami Zayn, where does Cody fit in?
You think it's one-on-one?
Has to be defended that night.
100%. Do you think it's one-on-one though?
I don't know if it's one-on-one. I don't know if it's actually Sami Zayn. Are we going to get another triple threat match between the three?
No.
No.
So I'm going to give you my wild card here. Jey Uso is going to face the consequences, right, for not being able to get the WWE championship or wrestle for it. But now you've got this LA Knight stuff that's still kind of percolating. It's the problem that Jey has not been able to take care of. So I think you're going to get Jey and LA Knight in some format or fashion. And I don't know what's going on with Solo and all that. But go ahead.
Sorry. Nope. You.
I think you're going. Check this out. Somehow Jonathan Fatu is going to work his way into the triple threat for the WWE championship.
Jimmy or Jay?
Neither. Jacob Fatu.
Oh, Jacob. I thought you said Jonathan.
I think I did say Jonathan. You're right. I think you're going to get like a number one contenders match. Even though Cody theoretically gets a rematch. Anyways, I think somehow you're going to get a number one contenders match between Cody and Fatu. Oh, but Fatu's on Raw. Crap.
Okay, so I do not watch the pre-recorded stuff. I don't have a VPN, and I watch SmackDown pre-recorded.
Me too.
Already. I clicked on an Instagram thing today.
Don't tell me. I don't want a spoiler.
Yeah. I think we have exactly what you're talking about. It happens tonight, and it's between a Jay and Cody for a number one contender against Sami Zayn.
And Sammy's going to run in and does what Sammy does, and it's going to be a triple threat at SummerSlam.
Do we want that?
Do we want that? No, but that's what it's going to be.
Sammy and Jay and Cody are all buddy. So I think we'll see at least those three. Could we see a Kevin Owens as the fourth?
Kevin's not anywhere near, man.
That sucks to hear.
Yeah. I don't think he is. If it was, you would 100%. It would have been, you know what would have happened? You would have had Sammy come out, do his first entrance with the title, and
maybe
boom,
they're saving it.
KO hits it. Maybe it's down the road. It's not SummerSlam, though.
SummerSlam's down the road. It's a month away.
We're 4 weeks away now. 5 weeks away, I guess. Anyways, there's some Saturday main events, all that. Who knows? Stuff can change. I do have to say this. The cage match with Seth and Braun, excellent. Introducing the weapons, great. That was, to me, that was big time growth for the Braun Breaker character. and this is now the chance that you can tweak it a little bit. He's still gonna be the dude that's fast as hell and spears you and is gonna beat your tail, but like the singlets and all that, like you got to repackage him a little bit, at least his look a little bit.
Yeah.
But the physical stuff he always had down. The story within the story is always kind of like that. He nailed it with the cage match. Very well done to both of them.
This is who we knew Braun Breaker was. Think about the pedigree with this guy. We knew he could do all this stuff. The problem is that we've had so many injuries with the vision and all that stuff since they tried to form it that it's been tough. And shout out to Braun Breaker for being a trooper through all of it, because I don't think he's ever gotten his just dues when it comes to like where he should be at this point. You look at Obafemi's getting more play than Braun Breaker is. And so, the thing is like we have this generation of like 42, 41 to 39-year-olds, let's call them. And then we've got another generation of like 26 to 28-year-olds, 30, whatever it is. And those guys need to come up. But what's not happening is we're not seeing a lot of shine on some of the up-and-comers, maybe outside of Obafemi. Braun Breaker, Trick got some shine. I think Ricky Saints got some shine lately, but it's just we do need a youth movement here. And just pick the obvious people. Like, I think that's all you have to do is just, hey, this guy's obviously a Braun Breaker, is an obvious champion at some point. So why don't you make a move now with him? That's what's frustrating to me. There's not enough parity. Mix it up. AEW's been doing a really good job with this, with their belts and some of the stuff that they're doing. Where did Soul go? Yeah, great question.
You can't put Soul in a full body suit.
I mean, yeah, you could.
You could, but it would be weird. She's a surfer gimmick.
I think it's funny. We speaking of the Sami Zayn, not that we're speaking of it, but we did. Does WWE have questions on whether or not Saudi is going to host WrestleMania this year? And they made an audible and said, hey, we're going to put this belt on Sami now while we're in Saudi in front of the Muslim crowd because WrestleMania is up in there.
I think WrestleMania is 100% up in the air. What's up, Baki, by the way? Hope you guys are having a great night. And I know there's a really good soccer match going on. We'll see if you get messy. But okay. I think what WWE realized is, you remember when it was Sami and Roman it was like the show before WrestleMania, and it was in Sami's hometown of Montreal. Like, if there was ever a time to put the belt on a babyface Sami Zayn, that was it. And they missed the window. Sami's
not beating Roman Reigns. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, he's never beat Roman Reigns.
No, but it would have been believable then. It just would have. And the crowd, that was the most momentum he's ever had. So I think the nuance of this character, and I listened to one of the shows on Sirius, and so that's the only thing I've heard. But like, as it was kind of drawn out about how nuanced this has been, like, and it started before WrestleMania with Sami not being on the card, Like it was the right time. I don't think they wanted to miss that window, but I think WrestleMania in Saudi is 100% still up in the air. I would have.
I think
You cannot. This is what you cannot do, because AEW is setting up to have probably its best show ever, like ever. Their first all, what is it, all out or all in, whatever they call it.
they have All In, and they also have All Out.
So what's the big stadium one?
All In.
All In.
They're going to be in the O2 in London this year, which Will Ospreay is taking that thing
Okay,
off of MJF.
I don't think it's not going to be MJF. I think it's going to be Kenny Omega. Anyways.
Yeah. Which either way, like, awesome match. Like, if you aren't paying attention to AEW right now, like, you should.
Okay.
And you should look into other options, because WWE is not the only thing here.
So
and it's very evident right now.
So let me say this really quick. The first time they had their big stadium show at Wembley, it was insane. It was awesome. This is going to be 3 times that, with Ospreay main eventing, like hands down. You don't think so?
No, I'm shaking my head like, oh my God, it's gonna be nuts.
It's gonna be nuts.
Bought a single AEW pay-per-view, but if you're going to buy one ever in your lifetime, it's this year.
It's this one, yeah, for sure. I'm with you.
I went last year when it was here in Dallas. It was the best wrestling show I've ever been to in my entire life. It was 8 hours long. Every match was fun. I didn't know a ton about the wrestlers. I didn't need to. The story told itself. It was one of the best. It was the best show I've ever been to in my entire life. AEW All In was phenomenal. And I've been to WrestleManias.
So what Tony Khan is doing right now, and I still want his neck brace, by the way, but what he's doing right now is he is looking at everything, and it's not major things. We're talking about the smallest of things, like the wait times between the matches with WWE right now that are getting ridiculous. He's doing the opposite. The wait times for their matches on this last pay-per-view between matches, and they're long pay-per-views, but they were like maybe 60 seconds, and it was like summarizing whatever feud was up next. So I guess what I'm saying is AEW stock is about to shoot up. You cannot have 2 bad WrestleManias back to back. It can't happen. Vegas sucked the second time because you can't run one in the same city 2 times in a row. You go to Saudi, you risk that, man. You saw it at the Royal Rumble. You can't. It's just
better last week. I'll give him credit.
But that's an indoor arena. That is not one of those outdoor stadiums that they build from hand and bring in these Sac State rafters for people to sit in, you know?
The painters scaffolding.
Yeah, exactly. So anyways.
I think if you're not paying attention to AEW, you should. And there's a lot of rumors that Mox might return to WWE for SummerSlam for the Roman and Seth match. I think there's 0 chance that Mox ever returns to WWE. He has a great thing going in AEW, and I love his character. His character is just right where it needs to be. Will Ospreay is now a member of the Death Riders, and you know, Mox is the leader of that, and it plays into everything, man. AEW is killing it right now, and if you're, I said this last year at All In when I went, I said, you better pay attention, man. This thing, AEW's on point right now, and you can't deny it. I don't care if you're,
but they're not selling tickets. That's the problem. And this is actually a really interesting comment by Tribal Chief. Run a show in the States that rivals Mania if it's in Saudi. Yeah. I don't disagree with that.
There's a lot of talk about that, and you know, a lot of the independent circuits all come to Vegas during WrestleMania or wherever WrestleMania is held. And that is a sentiment echoed by other podcasts and stuff. And I totally agree with it. Tony Khan should just double down, triple down, do the biggest freaking AEW event. Do it right here in Dallas. Forget Vegas. We don't need to go to Vegas. Why? Dallas is central. Come here. I'll hook you up.
Yeah, Adam's got you. Yeah, well, Adam will get the arena for you.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, you'll just call Jera and get Jerry's World for
a
it.
sealed deal. But yeah, absolutely. They need to capitalize. That's why I say, like, I'm not sure what the status of WrestleMania in Saudi is. That's why I think they pulled the trigger on Sammy today rather than waiting, because now they don't have the pressure of having to do it later. You did it. It's off your chest. Hey, we gave him what he want. Sammy finally got a title. I'm not saying Sammy didn't deserve a title at all. Sammy deserves a title. Was it last week? Maybe. But they got that monkey off their back now. So we don't have to go into WrestleMania next year, if it is in Saudi, saying, oh, it's got to be Sami Zayn. Like, no. We've relieved that pressure.
If I actually, because I've got some good sources. This is just a report. This is how it would go down if Adam called Jera.
It isn't on my schedule.
He wouldn't be able to fit you into his schedule.
Hey, you know what? I got more connections than you think.
Jera, where should Tony Khan run his show counter WrestleMania?
Los Angeles.
He says Los Angeles. We'll see. Thanks, Jer, for hopping on with us today.
Yeah. Thanks, Jer.
Okay, can I give you one other thing?
What?
Because you were talking about the young stars.
No.
Well, then I'll just take you off the screen and I'll talk about it. Montez Ford. When are you going to let him break out? The charisma's there. The athleticism's there. The look is there. You just had him do some stuff with Seth Rollins. Montez Ford could equal some major money for WWE.
I still don't think he does. I still think they view him as a tag team guy. He has all the talent in the world. I think he's got the mic skills. He's got the look. In-ring ability. He's fantastic.
Unleash him.
It's not going to happen right now. It's not.
You also told me that Oba wouldn't bypass the title shot last week.
Okay. Let me be wrong.
Okay, I hope you're
okay
wrong.
with being wrong.
I hope
it's in the right way.
I hope you are wrong about Montez Ford.
To get me right, I love Montez Ford. Bianca Belair is my daughter's favorite wrestler. I collect all her stuff for her. Big Montez Ford guy. But I know how it works.
Dude, can you imagine living with that much hair?
Oh, Bianca?
Yeah.
That's not real, bro. That's a 4-foot long braid. No one has 4-foot long hair in real life. It's like a.
Have you seen the people that have the crazy long nails?
Like extension or something.
I just saw one the other day, and she was like asking for assistance.
Nails to extensions. If you talk about ratio, let's talk about the ratio.
Is Bianca Belair's hair
Synthetic. No chance.
Okay.
All right. Go full screen for a second.
There is an extension, but it's made of her real hair. So there you go.
No, not me. You.
Okay.
Don't be gross.
Don't keep your clothes on, bro. I'm going to be monitoring you in the corner. What is he doing? Yeah, if you're not familiar with Fridays around here, this is what we do. We talk some wrestling at the end of the show to wrap up the week. California Classic tomorrow beginning. If you want to go see Darius A. Cuff and Emmanuel Sharp, Neat Clifford will be playing as well. Alex Caravan out at least 1 week, right ankle sprain. King sent out a press release about 2 hours ago. So he'll be reevaluated in 1 week. So, all right, we'll wrap this wrestling segment up. Anything else you want to hit on, brother?
World Cup has been awesome. If you're not,
yeah, I'm with you.
Oh my God, it's okay. I checked out of World Cup for the last 8 years, last 2 World Cups, because I'm so sick of the overhype of U.S. men's soccer. Just say they suck. They didn't qualify 8 years ago or whatever. But they just keep trying to, oh, U.S. men's soccer, it's so good. Whatever. Cool, man. But they are actually good this year, and it's been fun to watch. On top of that, you have the final World Cups for, Messi, Ronaldo, few others, whatever. Messi just scored another goal tonight, but also Cape Verde is tied 1-1 with Argentina. It's their first World Cup appearance. They have, I've been able to watch them score their first World Cup goal, their first advancement into the knockout stage of the World Cup, and now they're tied with Argentina 1-1, which is, it's been so fun to watch. And if you're not watching it, I understand, like, maybe soccer's not your thing, but if you're going to watch a World Cup, you have all the stars actually showing up to play this World Cup, in my opinion. I mean, they've showed up in the past, but for a lot of, like, your Messis and Ronaldos, this is their last hurrah, and they've put on a show. Messi's leading the World Cup in goals scored at 6 now today, and Ronaldo's at 5. It's just been awesome to watch. It's been such a good World Cup, and I hope everyone tunes in. And it's playing here, so let's have some fun with it as the host nation, and be gracious guests to our visitors, and let's have some fun with it.
So I am 100% with you about the World Cup. I will say this: couple bugaboos. The offside stuff drives me nuts. It's so. What's that?
You don't understand it?
No. Okay. The IQ that you have to be a soccer player to understand, because it's not like offsides is like a set rule. Like, it's constantly moving, and it can change. Like, it's unreal. But yes, the World Cup's been awesome.
Okay.
Team US.
To your point about the offsides rule, like, the side refs are always lined up on the baseline, or whatever you want to, not baseline, but the sideline with the last defender. So if an offensive player is behind the last defender when the pass is kicked, that's offsides.
I know the rule, but did you see last night with Croatia?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, come on, man. Like, how are you ever gonna know that? Like,
I don't think his position was in play. The question in play was, did that Croatia player had it off of his head to pass it to him in an offsides position. I don't think
No, it was just, did it touch his head?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Did it just touch his head? But that changes what's, you know what I mean? Like, it's insane.
So their excuse during the broadcast was that the ball that they use has sensors in it, and it
Sensors, yeah.
that he touched the ball. This is where I think it gets a little bit weird, and this is where I'm with you on VAR, because I think for the most part, actually, World Cup in the officiating VAR has been really good.
Great.
Overall.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
There's been a couple of times, and this is one of them last night, where I'm like, I don't trust it. You know, when they do those side by sides with the VAR and it's like a virtual player, I'm like, you could fix all that if you really wanted to, right?
I'm with you. Last thing.
Fixed, but the FIFA is also the most corrupt organization of all time. I think the red card was BS.
Yeah.
They even rebuked the contention of the red card. They said, no, we're not going to let you challenge that. And I think that's crap.
I know.
He's going to be out the next game. And that's going to have a
massive
impact on U.S. soccer.
I was very critical of that. The fact that your instant replay is so great, but you're not allowed to appeal after the game. So, yeah, last thing I was going to say, penalty kicks. It's up there in like one of those just like craziest things to watch in sports, like pressure wise. So really fun. So
watching Ronaldo miss that goal and then go up for the penalty kick last night, man. And I'm not a Ronaldo or a Messi fan particularly, but I can respect what they do for the sport and in their significance in which they hold in the history books. But watching him miss that, then make the penalty to bring him level, he gets pulled out of the game at the 80 mark minute last night, and you saw the disappointment on his face. But if I'm the coach, I'm thinking a 41-year-old Ronaldo cannot go another 10 minutes. Plus, we're already tied. Is he going to last another 15-minute halves in extra time? Probably not. So when Croatia got that leveling goal, which, I mean, you added 10 minutes onto the game went to 108 or something, which is just insane. You can't have that much penalty time added on to an already existing penalty time. I thought that was ludicrous.
Yes, you can. You absolutely can.
Sure you can, but it's not right, dude. You added 10 minutes onto the game. Okay, play that.
So it's right to celebrate for like 3 minutes after a goal, and that should come off the clock.
I totally understand that, and I'm okay with adding time, but you know, they added on an extra 8-9 minutes on top of the 10 that they already added. When Croatia did or didn't get that goal, the game should have been over.
All right, fair enough. Hey, go check out the California Classic beginning tomorrow. Come say hi if you're going to be there. I will be out there beginning tomorrow. Kings play at 2:00. First chance to see Darius Acuff Jr. and the rest of the Rooks minus Alex Caravan, who will be out with a sprained right ankle. Everybody, safe, happy, great, please. 4th of July, do not blow off any digits. Drive safe. If you need a ride, call an Uber. Call Adam.
Yeah.
Call me.
Don't call me.
Just don't drive. Just don't drive after you've been having a couple. But no, have fun. I hope you have a great time with your friends and your family. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We would love to have you. If you are not, we'll be back at it this week. And on the audio side, also, I'll be uploading my thoughts on each night of the California Classic. So go to the King's Court with Ryno. Anywhere you find your podcast, you can get that. Subscribe to the channel. Donate if you feel so inclined. If not, your support is more than enough. Being here, thumbs up. Appreciate you guys. So, all right, happy 4th for Adam. I'm Ryno. We are out until Monday. We'll be talking California Classic and much more. Yeah.
If you get human fireworks, you are cursed.
And we will